Everybody, I think, has a moment in their childhood, in a dream, in a fantasy, in which they experience a lightness. I wish life would always be like that, they say. And then the routine sets in, whether it's a routine in later years of work, or middle years of study, or early years of the household setting. So to those who have never heard of the words inner work, like I can tell you anecdotally, I had never heard of anything like this till I was in my 20s. I'll tell you later the anecdote. I say to those, you are the most pure people to do inner work, because you don't have so many concepts as many others, as people in the so-called New Age or in the spiritual avenues who have read and want to adjust their beautiful, virgin inner experience to the concepts that have already been described. And now separately, I can tell you, when I was 23, I wrote my first book. It wasn't planned. It was my journal of what I was going through in a romantic, mystical experience. Romantic with this woman, mystical within myself. And it became a book because a friend took the manuscript to Pablo Neruda, who happened to be a laureate poet, and he liked it and he called me and it was published. It's okay. But a year later, a woman comes to my apartment. And she looks at me very seriously and says, "Do you know what you wrote about?" I said, "I guess." She said, "Do you know who Gurdjieff is?" I was living in Chile. The communists had just won the election of Allende. This was 1970, 71. And I said, "No, I don't know. He's a new secretary of the cabinet." "Do you know who Uspensky was?" Another Russian name. "No, I don't know." She said, "Uspensky wrote In Search of the Miraculous." Here we go again. I'm totally ignorant of the subject. And then she says, Gurdjieff found him and asked him. And he knew nothing about what he has written, like you don't know the essence of what you have written. And Gurdjieff said to Uspensky the same that I will tell you right now. If you would know what you had written, I would sit at your feet and you would be my master. And I say the same thing to you. She stood up and left. Master, feet, Gurdjieff, Uspensky, all of this were words that meant nothing to me. It took me time to find out that I had written something that was very powerful in inner evolution. As a journal of my experience in a romantic love affair.